7 to the fucking ops.
So going, ladies and gents, look at this little gem I've got to test ride today. Honda Grom, or MSX. This isn't actually a demo model. This is Gedge's own Andy's personal bike, which he's very kindly let me ride, which is pretty sweet. Which brings back to my old pit bike days. Oh, look at that! So cool. This is I can see he's put a few goodies on it. New bars, new handguards, Akrapovic, which sounds really cool. This is really weird. Let's close the lid up. Woohoo! Do you know, like, I can see why everyone, no matter what CC bike you ride, buys one of these, because they're actually really fun. Wow! Really flickable. I'm not going to do that in the road conditions because I don't want to slide it. But yeah, pretty cool. Just remember, KL, you're on a 125, you're not on 1,000 anymore. Got to put a bit of juice in this, so we'll stop in a minute. It's be a perfect commuter bike actually. Well, I think that's what a lot of people use it for. Just got done by a Grom, bitch. I feel a bit overdressed for this test ride, guys. And all the gear. Oh, comes out like that. There you go. Put it up there. I want to scratch the tank or anything. Unleaded. Right, this is nearly empty, guys. This is a little test here. See how much fuel it takes. That'll do, won't it? Fucking hell, £3. Is that it? Put a bit more in it. Oh shit, don't say minimum spend is like £5. I have to explain to him that this little thing don't take anymore. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that, change for a tenner. And the tank's fucking full. That's impressive, isn't it? Staying empty. And £3.50, whatever it was, filled her up. I'm on the road again! So, initial impressions after the first, I don't know, 10 minutes of riding it. Seat is hard as hell, but that can be sorted out with, you know, Corbin or whatever sort of seats people buy and send to modify and all that. Suspension though, when I'm not heavy to people, but it's extremely forgiving. My first ever bike was Welsh pit bike 125, which actually did have one more gear than this, but this actually rides, handles a little better. Obviously you'd expect that for a bike that costs a lot more than just a little pit bike, but you know. And it is a bit daunting when I sat on this because I'm used to having the dash like right in front of me. But it's quite nice because you just got an open view of the road. It's almost like just sitting on a magic carpet or some shit. Yeah, I did think about having a go on the Africa Twin, but I took one look at it and I was like, you know what, I'm never ever going to fit on that. Way too big for me. This Akrapovic though, it's fucking brilliant. Sounds well good. You probably won't hear it, but every now and again you get a nice little pop. I mean, they're not that slow. I mean, I'm easily doing 50. It's pretty good. brakes aren't that too shabby. I mean, you've got to be mindful, and I've got to be mindful really, that it's a small bike, it's a pocket bike, you know, it's a commuter bike, so you've got to ride it to with its limits, you know. And by that I mean, you know, you've got to be a bit more forgiving for it. Just out the puddles. You know, don't go too fast in the corner and, you know, brake too hard and all that. But as expected, oh here we go, water. The handling is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it might just be a placebo effect because my bike actually weighs about 230 kilos, and I don't know what this weighs. I'll correct myself in a minute, but this can't be more than 100 kilos, no way. I'll be extremely surprised if it is. Do you know what I find actually better about this bike actually is, I do seem to remember with my Welsh pit bike, on the tarmac, on the dirt, whether there was quite a lot of engine braking, but look at that. That's hardly like any engine braking at all. I mean, if you look at this bike on paper, you think, well, why would you get one? It's not, like, all the figures and that don't match up to anything a bit bigger, but you know, it's a light bike. You don't need loads of torque. You don't need, I mean, it's up to the maximum horsepower for the learner legal thing, but I mean, you guys would know best. I mean, there's loads of motovloggers who are just going out and getting Groms. Too many to say, really. And I can absolutely see why. They're really fun. This is easy capable of 60 miles per hour, easily. And it's only got 4 gears. Remember that, it's only got 4 gears. So I'm really impressed actually. I'm a bit giddy about riding one because they look like bags of fun. And in my personal opinion, I think they're quite stylish really for what they are. But I'm also impressed with the suspension. I thought I'd be, you know, bouncing all over the place, but you know. Ignore this, I'm just venting here. And it's going to be expected with a bike of this capacity, is you just got, for me personally, I've just got to be that bit extra careful pulling out of junctions, because obviously the torque, whatever it is, it's pretty low. You know, on my phaser and all that, I'll just pull out straight away, or any of the bikes I've ridden. But if I live somewhere, well, even if I had money to fucking waste on one of these, I would definitely get one. I think the beauty about this is, I mean, look how small it is. Look at it. You can just pick it up and put it inside your house. You ain't got to worry about locking it up. Just put it over your back. Get overtaken by a Grom! Oh, this is the perfect test for Ripple. Ready? Here we go, here we go. Oops. Don't like that. See, that's not very good, is it? Look. The horn is like right there, but the indicator's right there. Another little gripe, but you know, wouldn't put me off buying one. So my overview of this little beast, that's going to be my review for it. It's a little beast. Yeah, slow to put away, but when you go in, it's not too bad. Brakes, they're not terrible, they're not brilliant, but they're good for the size of the motorcycle that this is, I think. Like I said earlier, the only annoying thing is the indicators are in the lower position compared to the horn. Thanks, mate. The riding position is quite good actually. When I'm sitting on right in the back of the seat, to keep your legs straight, but you know, it just feels like a bit more freedom because you're not actually staring at a fucking dash all day long. You're just looking out into the open road. It's pretty cool. And that's the other brilliant thing about these. They're bundles of fun and they're bloody cheap, brand new. Would I recommend this as a first bike to a learner on the L place, which is what we have here in England? Yeah, I would. I'd definitely recommend it. Really easy bike to get on with. Extremely easy to control. Obviously, because it's light. It's a naked style bike, so you got all the steering. I mean, you just push down, you know, like the teaching test, and you know, you can move it just so easy. Everything about it is easy. Easy to change gears, easy to brake, easy to do everything. And it's probably the cheapest bike I've ever cheapest to fuel bike I've ever ridden. I mean, by the time I get back to Gedges, I would have done about 22 miles, and I'm still on fuel. Look, I've done about, I don't know, 15 miles on it so far. It hasn't even touched the fuel gauge. You know, you probably only spend about £3 a week making this run. So, everyone's watching my other videos, you would know that I always like to sum up the whole motorcycle in one sort of word. And it's 2 words today. You know, I don't care. It's my video. I do what I want. But yeah, little monster. I could have hours of fun on this. Like I said, if I had the disposable income to get one of these, I'd probably commute to work on it. Just leave the phaser for Sundays and whatnot. It's just fun. Just makes the whole experience fun. You know. I wouldn't say they're a joke, but it's just funny to be riding around. Look at this twat. On a bike, that's like an eighth of the weight of all the cars around you, eighth of the engine power. Yeah, look, I'm just saying that it costs, I don't know, 3 or 4 grand brand new. Look, I'm just, with ease, just filtering through traffic. I spoke to someone on the forum today and said they top out at 60, and he's not wrong. But, you know, it's enough. It's enough to take over this fucking 35 grand car. Dash is pretty informative. So have a little look. Obviously you got the miles per hour, time, total mileage, fuel gauge, which you probably don't need to look at because it just runs on air. Absolutely brilliant. And that's all you need. That's all you need. Get all the standard commodities, high, low beam, horn, which I keep pressing every time I want to indicate. Obviously kill switch, start. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. I'm back at Pemsley Bay, nearly back at Gedges. As always, a massive thank you to Andy. I mean, this is actually his personal bike, I don't know if I mentioned at the start. Look at that, I got a nod, it's brilliant. Yeah, big thank you as always. Yeah, if you've got any other bikes that Gedges sell that you want me to test ride, then just comment in the video, comment in the box below. And hopefully this year I'll get a few more out. I mean, I've been neglecting the old test reviews recently, but plan to get back on it. Here we are, guys. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, see you later.